All right, everybody, look, it would not be me if I didn't do something a little different. You saw the thumbnail. I'm looking forward to this. This is the first time I've ever doing this. So this is Chad's Money Minutes Greatest Hits of 2024. So I'm going to let my co-star do her thing, and then we're going to jump into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
So yeah, here's the thing. I don't really do what's in my wallets or credit ladders or tier listings. Like, that stuff just ain't for me. I'm a gunslinger. I have my Amex cards, my Chase cards, my this card, my Robinhood card, and I shoot from the hip. I do things at my pace, at my speed. I'm honest with it. I've made mistakes. I've made them on camera. I've made them in my credit journey. I've just pretty much done whatever it is I want to do. So with that being considered, let's take a look back at some of my greatest hits of 2024. I put together, I'm going to be referencing 3 videos here. They were the most viewed videos that I had in 2024. This is not counting live videos. These are the most watched videos. I'll give you the view counts and we'll see some snippets from it and we can go ahead and explain it. The first one we have up is a farewell to the Amex Blue Cash Preferred card. Now, this card was a part of my vaunted legion, just the collection of Amex cards that I had amassed, and I was pretty happy with it. But unfortunately, things happen. I definitely got the card when I was very early in my points and miles journey, but it had very attractive qualities about it. And, you know, I just couldn't resist. But I think I'll let this guy explain, as he'll probably explain a little bit better than me. So my original reason and interest for having the card was because I was getting into the credit card game. I was watching videos. I was doing everything totally out of order with no knowledge of the Chase 524 rule, knowing that Amex just had these cool cards with cool credits that I knew I could use. So after I got my platinum card in January, in that very same January, a week later, I heard about this card that gave 6% back on streaming. I just cut the cord. But yeah, look, over time, the card just really kind of fell out of my cycle. I ended up not really using it as much as I wanted to. I wasn't using it effectively. So there was really no point in keeping it. You know, I'm a huge fan of letting people know, do what's right for you. Do what's right for your situation. Do what your situation calls for you to do. Don't force a square peg into a round hole, or it's going to be a waste of money. I don't care what kind of credits or multipliers the cards offer. And this card was an industry leader in multipliers in a couple of different categories. And I gotta say, honestly, it was a tough choice, but I had to bid it farewell. And again, I gotta say it wasn't a bad card. As a matter of fact, so does he. It is not a bad card. And also, the good thing about this card is that it does have a downgrade path, because if I wanted to keep this variant of the card, I can simply take it down to the Blue Cash every day from the preferred and still be able to utilize a lot of cashback mechanism. But unfortunately, with my addiction to travel and now my wife's burgeoning addiction to travel, this card is not going to be for us, at least not in the near future. So we will figure it out as time goes on. So that is about it. Next. So my next most popular video was everything you need to know about the Sky Miles Medallion program change. It was a really long video title, and honestly, I know I'm pre-planning this and I could get it right, but I mean, come on, like, you guys don't care. You see the thumbnail, it's up there. You've probably watched the video. But that video really outlined everything that Delta was trying to do, especially when they had a real knee-jerk reaction and caused a knee-jerk reaction in the credit and flight communities. And I think that the reaction was really spurred on by the fact that people had to reevaluate their strategies, because they totally overhauled the program into something that, you know, slightly echoed Americans' overhaul from when they went from whatever they had before, because I wasn't even paying attention to them, to their loyalty point-based program. So now Delta has everything's based on the amount of money you spend rather than the distance that you fly in their planes. But I will let my other co-star here tell you all about it.
People have to really reevaluate their strategies with the Delta program. How much are you willing to spend? How can you possibly subsidize said spend in order to get the status? I myself, I've been silver, I've been medallion silver, medallion gold, and they're very valuable because with the Delta status, upgrades are very quick, they're very efficient, and what they say on the website, it actually happens.
Like, I really should take that act on the road. He's pretty good with that kind of stuff. Now, with that, they ended up rolling back and readjusting some of the benefits. I'm not going to get into the particulars here, but there are still things that are coming up, like limited Delta Sky Club visits, even for credit card holders, in order to, stem lounge overcrowding. But I got to tell you, I kind of understand, even though it's inconvenient, because let's just face it, Delta Sky Clubs have some of the best uniformity and most availability of the big three. They're just good at what they do, so I can definitely see where they would want to maintain that experience and how they're going to do it. But we'll have to see, because only time will tell, especially crossing into 2025, how further the SkyMiles program is going to change. But in addition to that, I also did manage to offer some pro tips. So hopefully this pro tip can help you. I mean, I tried to have a little levity in it, but at the same time, this is still a tip that can get you status at a very, very deep discount.
The Platinum and the Reserve. So with that, with those two cards and the two $2,500 head starts, boom, you have perpetual silver status every single year by paying $1,000 in fees. So now before you clutch your pearls at $1,000 in fees, understand people have the Amex trifecta that they're not even using right, can barely afford, and they're paying almost $1,000 in fees. At least with this, you get airline status. You essentially can buy status by simply having multiple cards. Now, if you're a total madman and you have the Platinum Consumer and Business and the Reserve Consumer and Business, with those 4 cards spending $2,000 a year, you have perpetual gold status every single year. You have not even sat on a plane.
And finally, my third most popular video was credit card endgames. Let's talk about it. I really like this video because it touched on something that a lot of people don't touch on. Everybody's talking about the beginning and all the subs and how to start in this ecosystem and conquer that application and get this card and add this card to your stable, but no one talks about what happens when you have all the cards that you're going to have, or when you have all the cards that you can actually get, because there comes a time in some cases where some people, you never exactly know who it is, and it's not like I'm pointing any fingers, where they can be absolutely radioactive to certain issuers like Capital One and Citibank. But I'll just either way, let me not go down that road. The fact is that an end game is in the cards for all of us. See the pun there? You like how I did that? But anyway, here's a clip of what I am talking about. About what happens when I've got every card that I needed to get. What happens when my personal situation is dictated that I don't need to be a part of another ecosystem? What happens when overlap is so bad, now you're hunting for ways to get rid of annual fees because you've reached the end and you don't even realize it? Now, these videos are top performers on my channel, and look, I am not going to keep you in suspense. I don't get a lot of views here, but it is what it is. These were the top performers on my channel, with the number 1 video getting 9,152 views, the number 2 video getting 4,546 views, and the number 3 video getting 3,070 views, for a grand total of 16,768 views. Now, your favorite YouTube creators probably do that in a single video, and kudos to them. But remember, you are here to be a more discerning credit card user, and the flash and everything is definitely always going to be more popular than some of the substance that I offer. But either way, these videos were substantive, and I got great interaction in the comments. If you go back and you want to watch these videos, or just to see the interaction in the comments, you may actually learn something even further. Because remember, when you come here, I want you to be able to walk into a room and know that you are the smartest credit card user there, even if you don't have the most credit cards. Because, sometimes less is more. except when you're really hungry. Then less is just less, and you're still hungry, or when you're broke, because yeah, that sucks. Then there's economy class on an international flight. Less is not more than. Well, anyway, before we go down that rabbit hole, these are the videos that I just wanted to outline to you as my greatest hits of 2024. And I hope to see more people do this because I'm a huge fan of referencing your own work. This is something that I've put out in my YouTube perspectives as well. Remember, referencing your own work is not bad. It gives you an air of legitimacy. It shows that you actually believe in what you say. You know, it's okay to be challenged on your own words. It's okay to challenge yourself and show that you can change your mind and that you can refer to your own bank of knowledge, thereby letting people know that you put the time and effort to give them something that you truly believe is true. Now, whether it be objective or subjective, that's a discussion for another day. But understand you are coming to this in all good faith, and referencing your own work is a way to legitimize that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and this time I'm actually using the stylus, and this is my pointy thing from my notebook. See, you still get both videos, both of them there, pointy thing, and I hope you guys enjoy. Take it easy.